Death worshippers cannot defeat people who celebrate life. The Abraham Accords made many people from Saudi, from Egypt, from Morocco see this face to face. It made Muslims and Jews mingle, talk, discuss, collaborate, work together. I know many Israelis moved to the UAE. I know many Israelis who opened their high-tech companies in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and I know many Emiratis who went also to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem and opened their own businesses. Who does this bother? It bothers the enemies of peace. Because the Abraham Accords has an enemy, and I call them the enemies of peace. The enemies of peace are radical extremists like Hamas, like the Islamic Jihad, like the Muslim Brotherhood. And by the way, Hamas is part of the Muslim Brotherhood. It is the armed wing of the Muslim Brotherhood. You know why in the UAE and Saudi we are so against the Muslim Brotherhood? Because we know them so well. We know them better than the Europeans. We trusted them. We let them go to our schools, teach our children. I was indoctrinated with the ideology when I was young in the religious school, with the curricula of the Muslim Brotherhood. The book of في ظلال القرآن, In the Shadows of the Quran by Sayyid Qutb, I memorize it. I know it so well by heart. We trusted them when we thought that they would bring good to our communities. When we realized that they don't really want to bring good to our communities and they want to make us drawn in our conflicts, we decided to tell them that you are not any more welcome in our countries. Radical Islamists and Muslim Brotherhood are not welcome in the UAE, Saudi and moderate Arab states. We had to kick them out. But guess what? Where'd they go? Amsterdam, London, Birmingham, Toronto, Montreal, Michigan, New York. They went to these places because, as I said, they found havens that offer them the liberal freedom that they misuse. The liberal freedom that they misuse, and they will one day flip against you, I promise you. This is why you need to listen to the voices from the Middle East, those who know. And we know what works best for our region, and we know what works best for your region, and we know exactly that Muslim Brotherhood is a lethal danger to the Middle East and to Europe. If you really want to defeat the radical extremists, you have to defeat them with knowledge. And I'll give you some examples. It has to start from school. If you ask the 17-year-old Luay, why did you hate Jews? Not because I was a bad person, but because this is what I know. In school, you go to a school and your teacher tells you have to hate Jews and Christians. Of course, Christians come second. They are not outcasted, but Jews first, Christians second. But why? Because this is what pleases God. You have to hate Jews for the sake of being Jews, and you always have to know that you are far superior than Jews and Christians. You have to hate them for what they are. Okay, so this is what we were indoctrinated with, and I was so sincere and honest in believing that. But if you teach your children that we have differences with our Jewish and Christian brothers, but we have so many commonalities that we can focus on, that we can build our relations on, things would be different in the Middle East. Do we have these commonalities? Of course we do. And I'll tell you how. You know, in our faith, Islam, please do not laugh, we honor, revere, respect, and name our children after Jewish prophets, kings, and heroes. I know it sounds a bit funny, but this is the truth. And I'm so sure you can find someone in the protest outside who would say, death to Israel, or death to, from the river to the sea.